In the stillness of his training room, Bruce Lee would often close his eyes and listen, not to the sounds around him, but to the silence within. That silence was where he met his greatest opponent, fear. Fear, Bruce believed, was not an enemy to be destroyed but a teacher to be understood. He once said, "I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations, and you're not in this world to live up to mine." That belief came from facing his own insecurities, the fear of failure, rejection, and physical limits. But Bruce didn't run from fear, he faced it, studied it, and transformed it into energy. To him, fear was a reflection of misunderstanding. When you understood yourself, fear lost its power. He trained his mind to stay calm in the chaos. Whether he was fighting on screen or in real life, his eyes remained laser-focused, sharp, alive, yet peaceful. Focus, to Bruce, was not about thinking harder, it was about thinking less. He believed that overthinking was the enemy of flow. Empty your mind, he taught. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Through focus, he learned freedom. Not the freedom of doing whatever you want, but the deeper freedom, the kind that comes when you are in control of yourself. When he moved, there was no hesitation. His body and mind became one, flowing effortlessly between offense and defense, power and grace. In that flow, there was no fear. There was only freedom of expression, the highest form of martial art. Bruce often wrote in his journals about breaking the cages of tradition, of not letting the mind be trapped by rules, styles, or other people's opinions. He said, "A conditioned mind is a mind that cannot flow. Freedom exists when the mind is free from fear." That's what made Bruce Lee different from every fighter before him. His battles were never just physical, they were spiritual. He turned fear into awareness, focus into clarity, and freedom into a way of life. In the end, Bruce Lee's philosophy wasn't about defeating others, it was about mastering yourself so completely that fear becomes your ally, focus your weapon, and freedom your destiny. In the calm before sunrise, Bruce Lee would often stand in front of the mirror, barefoot, bare-chested, eyes sharp as steel. His reflection wasn't an image, it was a challenge. The man staring back at him was both his greatest ally and his fiercest opponent. Bruce understood that fear lived in every human being. It whispered in the mind before every fight, before every risk, before every leap into the unknown. But instead of running from it, Bruce chose to study it. He once said, "Fear comes from uncertainty. We can eliminate the fear within us when we know ourselves better." To him, fear was not weakness. It was a signal, a message from the inner self calling for awareness. He trained not only to punch faster or kick harder but to understand the root of fear. Each time he faced it, he grew calmer, more focused, more alive. During his Hollywood J.